A Little Bear and the Kindness Ripple. Have you ever done one small, kind thing and watched it turn into something much, much bigger? In a forest filled with tall, whispering trees, a little bear was about to discover the most powerful and magical kind of ripple in the world. Barney was a young, kind-hearted bear cub. His favorite food in the whole world was sweet, golden honey. One sunny morning, he was carrying a small pot of it back to his den, a special treat he had saved for himself. On his way, he saw his friend, Squeaky the mouse, sitting on a rock, looking very sad. Squeaky had been trying all morning to get a heavy hazelnut to his family's nest, but it was just too big for him to carry. He was tired and about to give up. Barney looked at his pot of honey, his special treat. Then he looked at his sad friend. He knew what he had to do. He dipped his big, sticky paw into his pot, scooped up a big glob of honey, and spread it all over the heavy hazelnut. "There," he said with a smile. "Now it will be sticky. Maybe we can roll it together." Squeaky's face lit up. Together, they rolled the sticky hazelnut all the way to the mouse family's nest. Squeaky was so grateful, he gave Barney the biggest, whiskeriest hug a mouse could give. Barney felt a warm, happy feeling in his heart that was even sweeter than the honey. Feeling full of that happy, kind energy, Squeaky the mouse scurried off. A moment later, he saw Willow the rabbit trying to build a bridge of twigs across a little stream, but one of her twigs had floated away. Remembering Barney's kindness, Squeaky didn't just watch. He bravely swam into the stream, and with all his might, he pushed the floating twig back to her. Willow the rabbit was so thankful. Filled with the warmth of Squeaky's help, she hopped through the forest and saw a family of little birds chirping sadly. Their nest had been knocked from a low branch. Remembering the kindness she had just received, she used her strong back legs to gently nudge a sturdy mushroom right under the fallen nest, creating a perfect, safe new stool for it to rest on. The mother bird was overjoyed. From her newly safe nest, she saw the wise old badger, Professor Paws, drop his favorite reading glasses. She swooped down, gently picked them up in her beak before they could get scratched, and returned them to him. At the end of the day, all the animals gathered by the stream. Professor Paws stood up. "Today was a very special day in our forest," he announced. "It all started with one small act of kindness." He looked at Barney. "Barney, when you shared your honey to help a friend, you didn't just share a treat. You started a ripple of kindness that washed over the entire forest, making everyone's day a little bit brighter." Barney looked at his pot of honey. It was half empty, but his heart had never felt so full. He learned that kindness is the most magical treat of all, because the more you give it away, the more of it you have in your heart. And while the little bear learned how a small act of kindness can grow, a little raindrop on a long and winding river was about to learn a very different lesson about what happens when you finally reach the end of a scary, noisy journey. Subscribe to Storiella so you don't miss his big adventure.